Welcome to CIAC's Glory Days Podcast. I'm your host, Jada Mirabelle, and today I'm joined by Masuk Softball, the Class L CIAC Softball Dynasty. I'm joined by head coach Leigh Barone, Julia Bacoulis, and Sofia Lieto. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course. So we're going to jump right into it. So Masuk Softball program has won the last 6 straight CIAC Class L state titles, which is just unheard of and an awesome accomplishment. So tell us a little bit about the Masuk Softball program, what goes behind it, and how you continue this long road of success.
I think the biggest thing that goes behind it is the hard work that these girls put in, not just in the spring season, but all year long, just to continue the dynasty and to continue the success of the program.
Because that conditioning, it goes all year to stay prepared. It's not just right before the season starts, right?
And to be what we've become, you have to prepare for that.
You have to stay at that level and that high standard.
Yep.
So I was looking back at the scores of the last state championship games that you guys played in, and they're all shutouts. So you have quite a record with pitchers at Masuk. So tell us what goes behind that makes them stand out above the rest. I
mean, again, that's just another big all-year commitment, making sure you're putting in the work in the off-season, challenging yourself throughout, summer ball, fall ball, and just always striving to be better, which they have continued to do. I think also, too, just the start of that pitching dynasty has kind of created that whole concept of, I want to be that for my team. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just even starting with Rachel Fico, Tatum Buckley, before my days, and when they were little, they look up to those people as role models, and they want to be that for their team.
That's true. It's a good representation of the program and what you want to strive to be.
Yeah.
So, Coach, what mindset and core values do you try to incorporate within the softball program at Masuk?
I definitely have the champion mindset. We believe we can, and I think that's why we do. I have a few quotes that, we have every day. Mm-hmm. How you do anything is how you do everything. And also, just being really good teammates and being there for everybody.
Yeah, that positive culture makes a big difference. Yeah. And that's a good quote because it is the little things that all add up.
Little things. They know that when they want to get their reps, they have to take their reps seriously because what you do in practice kind of correlates to what you do in games.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great mindset to have. Yeah. So, Julia and Sofia, you've both committed to Division I colleges, so congratulations.
Thank you.
You've committed to Florida Gulf Coast University and your Providence College? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's exciting. Mm-hmm. All right. So tell me a little bit about what played the biggest role in helping you both achieve those Division I commitments.
I think a big part of it was just consistency throughout everything. For me, I go to the gym every day, so, going to the gym, being consistent with lessons and just practicing in general, and then more recently, just, knowing what to eat and just, eating healthier.
That makes a big difference. Yeah, that hard work and that routine.
Yeah, I'd also say consistency, and also being a part of this Masuk Dynasty has also helped tremendously because I feel like this program has put a lot of great players before me into amazing D1 programs, and by recognizing that, it showed me that if I'm able to play for this program, I can also play for a D1 program like they did. Mm-hmm. So it's helped me work harder and make that dream become a reality.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great way to look at it. And were there any specific moments throughout your Masuk careers that you think stood out to college recruiters?
I think just in general winning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think not only is it what we've done from when we've been here, but I think also knowing the people who've been through this program and just knowing that we've been winning so much, they're kind of just okay, well, we know that this team has been winning. We know that they have a good culture together. So I think that's been a good part of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The amount of state championship appearances we've made, the SWC championship appearances, also last year's SWC championship against Newtown, that's also a huge attraction, I feel because a lot of media caught that and, that was a huge game. So I also think that by from the media catching those big games gives a lot of traction to us and makes them come to our accounts as well. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the big thing now is social media getting eyes on you as an athlete, especially heading into college. So having that good program and all that media on you definitely helps. So we kind of touched on that a little bit already with you talking about your workout routine and your nutrition, but were there any specific training habits that you implemented for your 4 years that really changed the trajectory?
Yeah, I'd say consistency. I mean, working out aside from working on your softball craft. Mm-hmm. And the most important thing for me is giving 110% effort in everything I do, whether that's calisthenics or hitting off a tee or giving everyday ground balls. I mean, doing those small things, it makes you 1% better every day. So it's not just like, hitting 80 miles per hour off of a pitching machine. Those little things are most important.
It all adds up.
Yeah, no, I agree. The same thing for me.
So it seems like you guys learned hard work ethic throughout Masuk Softball, which is a big thing for life and college. So, Coach, what do you think these successful past seasons not only say about the athletes on your team, but the type of coach you are?
I always say built different. I think that our athletes, are very different in the sense that they're students of the game. And I think being students of the game helps them know positions and know a lot of different positions a lot better. So they're able to fill a lot of gaps that we need in the moment and become the athlete that we need to be for the team. I know Sofia is an example of one of them. She came in as a freshman. Her older sister was playing center field, and we had 2 seniors. But we had some gaps to fill, and offensively she did really well. So we were able to find her a spot, and she became our starting second baseman as a freshman. So just because she knows the game so well, she was able to fill spots that we needed in that moment.
That's a big role, and it helps. You're playing for the team. That's nice that you said that. No one's being selfish. You're being selfless out there. That's nice. Yeah. So when you joined as a coach, the program kind of took a change, and it's really went up. I mean, you've won every year since. So what do you think has made you such an impactful coach?
I think that I've learned to trust my players, and then they'll trust me. I know how smart and how intelligent they are and how much they know about their game. And I think just being able to support them, give them confidence, and then also strategizing for game to game has made them be super successful.
Do you guys watch a lot of film? How do you prepare for?
I watch a lot of film. Yeah. And then when we go into games, I know that they also watch film. They know a lot of people that we're going up against.
Oh, I'm sure.
And, they're big names in Connecticut, so they do a lot of their own research as well. We just talk about game to game. What do we need to do this game in order to be successful?
Yes. Yeah, because it is different depending on who you're facing.
Yeah.
So for the season, what games do you think will be the biggest challenges, and which ones are you most looking forward to?
I think that, we're in the SWC right now, and I think it's becoming a big powerhouse lately. We have Newtown, who's always, they're our rival, so they'll always give us the best game. New Milford, Brookfields, and these are teams that have made it deep into state tournaments for their classes as well. But we always try to schedule harder non-conference games as well to kind of prepare us for those moments where it's really going to matter. I know last year we were in a lot of games where they were close and we were able to persevere and come out with the win. So I think that teaches the lesson of we can. And so just to be able to see them either be down or be tied and come back gives them a lot of faith moving forward for that state championship.
Definitely, yeah. When it comes playoff time, I've already been here. I've already dealt with these tough games.
Yeah, they don't get as nervous because they've been there.
Yeah, that's smart to get that out throughout the regular season as well.
Yeah.
So is there any moments in your softball journey that have really challenged you, and how did you overcome them?
Well, honestly, right now, I feel like for me, we've had this conversation before, but I'm feeling a lot of pressure, and I'm very good under pressure, when we're in game times, but I think looking at my season last year, I feel like I did really well, and so I'm putting so much pressure on myself to live up to that. And I think for me, it's just making sure I'm communicating with my coaches and just letting them know how I feel, just so I can have open communication with them and so that they know where I'm at. And I think just making sure I'm honest with them instead of just trying to kind of cover it up.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a great support system there, so it's always great to lean on it. And you can only do your best when you're out there.
Yeah.
There's no pressure from last year. You can just go out there and do your best. That's all you can do.
And I know it's nice because I know, they rely on their teammates a lot, which is great. And, I think we have a big team this year, and I think to have more people to rely on is just going to be that much more helpful for them.
Definitely, especially throughout those moments.
Yeah.
For me, I'd say coming in as a freshman, my primaries were outfield and first base. As Coach said, I had to play second base, which definitely wasn't a position I've ever played before. But I definitely wanted to be on the field with all the amazing players. And so I had to adjust because from playing travel, I was an outfielder as well. So it was a pretty quick transition. So I had to learn that position pretty quickly. But I was willing to do that. So I think that was definitely a challenge.
Yeah, that would be challenging. How did you pick it up? Was there anyone you looked at for methods?
Actually, for my travel program, I played second base a little bit. So that helped me a little bit, and being able to watch like people before me, like Hannah Guerrier. She was on my travel team. She's at Michigan State now. She was always like my role model. I kind of watched her at second base because she was always smooth over there. So I kind of took what I saw from her and tried to apply it in my game.
That's a good athlete to learn from.
Yeah.
Michigan State.
Great opportunity for her.
Definitely.
And I just remember their first game coming in as freshmen. She was the shortstop, and then she was the second baseman. And, we played tough competition. I just remember her diving for a ball up the middle and then flipping it out of her glove to Julia for an out. I was like, yeah.
That's how you do it, yeah.
She's definitely an athlete.
Yeah, she's got it. That's cool. Yeah, I always see those with, like, highlight reels when they...
Yeah, you can't make them up.
No, they're really cool.
Yeah. And as a freshman to do that without even really playing the position, it's just, she did it for her team and, not only just did it, but excelled at it.
It shows you might be a natural at that position. It might be where you're supposed to be. So how has being an athlete shaped who you are off the field as well?
I think it's definitely helped me with, like, my mental toughness. And I think just communication, being able to work with different people. I mean, here at Masuk, I feel like it's pretty easy just because a lot of us have grown up together or play on the same travel team. But, I think for travel, it's more of, like, meeting new people, learning how they play, and just being able to communicate with them.
I'd say time management and discipline, two big things I've learned. I've taken from softball into the real world, so.
Especially with homework and everything and studying, you would have to have some good time management. How about you? What have you taken from softball, coaching and playing?
I learn new things every day from all my players too, and just how to adjust to different personalities, I think, is one of the biggest things. Some people, need me to be a little bit tougher on them, where some people need me just as a confidence booster sometimes too. But they've taught me so much about the game. They've made me want to become better for them every day. And they're just so fun to watch at this level.
Every day is probably different.
Every
player is different too, depending on how you have to coach them, so that would be exciting.
Yeah.
So what makes the team culture so special at Masuk?
I think we just consider ourselves one big family. We all have a common goal, and that's to continue with the success of the program. So I think just having that goal together and working hard for it every day just kind of bonds you together. You have a special bond.
When you have that close-knit relationship, it makes it more fun too when you're out there. Yeah. And you always play better when you're having fun.
Yeah, and then, we have upperclassmen that have already been through the moment. So it's a big buy-in culture where the upperclassmen want it for themselves as well, but for their teammates. And then their teammates want it not just for them, but for the seniors and the upperclassmen as well.
As a whole for the team.
Yeah.
So how does the team approach building team chemistry prior to the season, throughout the season? I know every team has something a little bit different.
I would say it's more, it's a lot of off-season too. They see each other in school every day. They know who they play with every day, and a lot of them play together in travel ball as well. So that makes the dynamic just that much easier to kind of move into the spring season. So I think that definitely helps our team chemistry with them playing with each other almost all year round. And then, they all have the common goal, and they know to get better, they have to put in the work, not just on the field, but off the field as well. So I think they also have that common goal, and they build their relationship that way as well.
Yeah, that's a great answer. And do you guys do like pasta parties or things like that? Yeah. Those are always fun. That's always
car washes. Pasta parties, car washes.
Okay.
Donut mornings, egg sandwich mornings.
Yeah. We had donuts before one practice.
Okay.
Nice. Probably should have waited till after, but that's okay.
You were getting fueled up. You had to get a little food in. Yeah,
sugar.
That's
we
a good
do
tradition.
Like traditional holiday stuff, like our Easter egg hunt, our Easter egg toss. We always have a water balloon fight.
At the end of the season,
That's fun. What is an Easter egg toss?
It's
just an egg toss, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's an egg toss.
Do you decorate them before you toss them?
No, I just toss them. It's not going to end well anyways.
Yeah, okay. That's fun, though. Yeah, and hanging out like that always is fun off the field, too.
Yeah, it takes away the pressure as well, too.
Makes it lighter, definitely. So how do you all balance academics and athletics? Because that's our focus here at CIAC's education-based athletics. So,
well, right now I feel like as a senior, it's kind of easier because I just have a lighter schedule. But I think as a junior, like that for me was my busiest year. So I think just putting school first, whether it was having to leave practice maybe a little bit early because I had to get a project done, or just staying after school and getting extra help, or using a free period to study, but just prioritizing school. And I think that comes before anything.
That will really help throughout college as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, academics over athletics. I've always been taught that, like, athletics are the next 4 years, while academics could be the next 40. So being able to, that's very important to manage. And my sister's also at Penn State right now, and she's going through that. She's told me that it gets tougher in college. So being able to prepare yourself for that beforehand is most important.
That's smart, yeah, because sometimes when you get there freshman year, you're like, ooh, it's a little bit different than high school. That was me, at least.
A lot more independence, too.
Yeah. You have to learn time management, but it seems like you guys are already practicing it, so that's great.
Yep.
So what do you all love most about being a part of this team?
I mean, I love being able to play with all my best friends. Like, I love the atmosphere. I mean, every girl on the team, they're always ready to work hard at practice, always ready to work hard before a game. So it's awesome to be able to be surrounded by people who want to be better instead of, and we each hold each other accountable, which I think is very important. And we have the best relationship. So,
Yeah, I agree. I think we all have the same mindset. Like Coach said, like, we all want to win again. And I think especially we have 6 seniors, which is a lot of them. So I think just having a ton of upperclassmen who have, like, the same mindset, like Sofia said, we're all so close. And even off the field, because I know that, like, a lot of the time some people are close on the field and they don't really talk, like, outside of softball. But for us, I feel like we are always just talking. Like, we'll go out to dinner together, or we'll just, like, talk in a group chat together because we just enjoy talking to each other. So, I don't know. I think it's just, like, the relationship that we all have.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's fun to watch, too. It's even the freshmen that have come in have grown to really, even just over a couple weeks, to really, like, admire our upperclassmen and really, want to put the work in for them. And also, they can learn a lot from them. And it's so nice to see.
Yeah, that was my next question was, how would you two lead by example? But it seems like you do a good job already if the freshmen are already starting to model after you guys.
Yeah. I feel like communication is definitely a big thing, just making sure that everyone's on the same page with each other. I think just talking to them, making sure that they understand situations, preparing them mentally for, like, the season to know and understand that they need to be putting in a ton of hard work, and it's not just Masuk wins. It's we are putting in the hard work to win, and then also showing that by stepping up on the field and off the field.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to portray, and a really strong message. It doesn't come easy.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, making sure they know what their job is, and also that you're leading by example so they can have a role model for themselves to follow.
Yeah, I feel like players and kids always learn best when someone leads by example. Yeah. It's not always sometimes the vocal that goes through.
Yeah, and I think that the work that, they've put in is just a big part of leading by example. It doesn't come easy. You really have to put that hard work, and you got to be dedicated in order to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's all throughout life as well.
Yep. And there's going to be adversity along the way, but it's how you deal with the adversity.
Yep, it's how you get through it. Definitely. So, as the Class L girls softball powerhouse, if you had to share a piece of advice to fellow athletes and coaches, what would it be?
For me, I feel like it would just be, like, be okay with, like, kind of, like, missing out on things almost. Like, for me, it's, like, school events. Like, I wasn't always able to go to, like, the homecomings or anything, but I was able to play the sport that I love. And honestly, for me, it was never anything that was bad because I was doing something that I enjoyed. But also, like, being able to spend time with my best friends while playing. So,
yeah, I tell people that to make sure that they know that failure doesn't define them. Softball is a sport of failure, and you have to understand that it's okay to fail sometimes. And, sometimes failing is good. It helps you. It teaches you things, makes you better as a athlete and a person. So, yeah.
It's very true. It's a good mindset to have.
Yeah. And that's why they are so successful.
Yeah, you just keep going after some failures.
Yeah.
So if you had to choose one motto or mantra for the season, what would it be?
I mean, we're just getting into it.
I know, we're at the beginning.
It's tough.
Before it started.
I do think a lot of things that we do is our motto of how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like that quote.
Yeah.
I've never heard about that before.
And, it's from someone very special to all of our hearts who left that with us. And, I think it's just the little things that you do, you have to realize, like, that's going to translate to anything else. And whether it's your school, your academics, how you treat people, it should be something that you think about all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a whole picture.
Yeah.
Everything
not
adds
just
up.
the softball aspect. It's the life aspect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. So now we're going to head into some rapid fire questions. So these are a surprise.
Oh, jeez.
So it's just first thing that comes to your mind, that's the answer. All right? Okay, Julia, favorite pitch?
Change up.
Gosh, that was easy.
Yeah.
Good. Sophia, what is one thing in your bat bag that may surprise people?
Oh gosh.
Shoot. I don't even know what's in my bat bag.
Oh, that's a little scary.
That could be surprising. Anything.
Okay. That's
Candy
a mystery.
wrappers, maybe.
Okay. That's good. You got to entertain yourself when you're talking.
Yeah.
Coach, one word to describe your team.
Amazing.
Good one. Julia, pregame ritual.
That's a
That's a good one.
I listen to Spanish music on my way to practice. I usually eat a protein bar beforehand.
Okay.
And also, my grandparents passed away, so I usually go to the cemetery and do like a prayer, and then
that's
I'll go to
nice.
my games.
That's nice. That's a nice pregame ritual. So, Sophia, what would your walk-up song be?
My Girl. Take after Lindor on the Mets.
Nice. There you go. It's got some meaning behind it. Coach, any team traditions besides the ones we talked about before? But
Oh, man. We have a quote of the day every time we go into a game. I give them a solid quote to kind of, get them pumped and just get really focused in the moment.
oh, that's nice. Is it like in the pregame speech you give the quote out? Oh, cool.
Especially in big games.
Yeah, that can make a big impact.
Yeah.
Julia, favorite part of game day?
Ooh, my hair.
Your hair?
Yeah.
Do you switch it up or do you do the same?
I usually do the same thing. Sometimes I'll do like 2 braids into like bubbles, or usually for like SWCs and states, I always just do bubbles.
That's like the
has to be
thing now.
same
Has to
thing.
be
Is,
same.
is bubbles.
Yeah.
I see that. I
Bubble
can't do it in
braids.
my hair.
Yeah,
But
I love them.
yeah, they look cool.
Yeah.
Coach, favorite part about being a coach?
Just learning from different players every day.
Julia, standout moment in your career so far?
Ooh. I would have to say my game tying grand slam against Newtown in the SWC championship game. Yeah,
That's a good one.
It was a very
I just
intense
remember
game.
in the moment, Julia was like, I'm going to go up to the plate and I'm just going to hit the ball hard. I was like, yeah,
That's good.
she definitely hit the ball hard.
Good
And
start.
I remember saying that exact same thing, like in the moment when
Yeah.
asked questions about it.
So you knew when you were going to go up there. You had your mindset.
I had
That's
to,
what's
I had
happening.
to clear my head though, because I feel like it was such a big moment where I was like, okay, I just need to do something simple. We just want runs across, and so
She definitely put the runs across.
Yeah.
They got knew it too.
say.
They were all like, "Oh, Julie's gonna hit a home run here."
It was.
She did it.
It was just an in the moment thing. I think we all had this feeling of like, okay, bases loaded. Like this is our opportunity right now. And I know that she in the moment was even thinking like, just hit the ball to the outfield. You score at
just get a
least
run.
2 runs, and then you just get the momentum going into our favor. But off the bat, I think we all knew that was just gone.
That's a big play.
Yeah, game changer.
I was going to say, to put
Yeah.
it lightly, yeah. Sophia, seeds or gum in the dugout?
Gum.
Gum, okay. Coach, favorite drill run?
Oof, I always love a good bunting game. Not sure if they do, but I do.
we know we love it. We get competitive, but we love it.
It's
We love
hard.
it.
Like games are really hard with us because we all have the same goal, but when it comes to like making teams, they get so competitive. I'm like, you're the same team. You guys are all on the same team in the grand scheme of it. And then they just like throw some shade at each other, and I'm like,
After it's all good though.
it's all good.
Yeah.
A couple minutes and it's all
Yeah.
Got to keep each other on your toes.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Julia, music or silence during pregame? I know we already talked. You listen.
Music.
Spanish music?
That's like that's like the drive.
Oh, that's the
the
drive.
drive. So
Okay.
like it's kind of like my intro when I'm driving. But like beforehand, like, I don't know, because sometimes it's like country music because of the nice weather, but then sometimes it's just like hardcore rap.
Okay, depends on the day.
It really does.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the Spanish music because she was a Spanish student of mine in 7th and 8th grade. So.
Oh, really?
I had A's in your class.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's a good student.
So it translated, I guess.
Yeah. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay, Sophia, favorite athlete?
Lindor, the Mets.
I should have known that.
Our walk-up song.
Yeah, apparently. Coach, best advice you've ever received?
Ooh, this is tough. Best advice I've ever received. Just be confident in decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, they've worked for a while, so just be confident.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so lastly, we always like to wrap up on the Glory Days podcast by asking, what do you think the purpose of high school sports is?
I would say to have fun and to meet new people, because I feel like for most high school sports, I feel like for us it's a little bit different because a majority of the girls on our team play travel and are looking to play in college or are playing in college. But I feel like just getting to meet new people and have fun trying something new.
Mm-hmm. I'd say camaraderie. For us, all the girls I play with, I've been playing with them since I was little. I don't really get that in travel. Also, being able to play with my sisters is another thing in high school. I don't do that in travel either. So
Yeah, that's special.
yeah, it's really awesome.
Yeah, she's playing with her younger sister now. Last year for the past couple of years, played with her older sister.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And then her older sister also went through the program. So I think it's just, in town and just, knowing people that have gone through the program, you already know what the expectations are. And they're willing to do what they can do to reach those expectations.
Yeah, it sounds like a strong sense of community in Masuk with the softball program.
And, a lot of people in town are very, they see the hard work that these girls put in to do what they have done and to accomplish what they have all accomplished. And it's definitely celebrated, which, makes them feel special for what they do. Because what they do isn't easy.
No, definitely not.
Definitely putting in all of the hard work that they can. And so for it to be celebrated in just little things like marching in parades and, and then it also brings the younger girls to see them and really idolize and have them as their role models and want to be that moving forward as well.
That's true. And it helps build them to wanting to come to the Masuk program. Yeah, it's always nice to feel appreciated for your hard work throughout the years.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys. You guys did awesome. I wish you the best of luck in this season. I hope you're able to come out with a 7th Pete.
Thank you
so much. That might be the first.
Thank you.